J Squad.
Everybody, it is 9 o'clock p.m. in Colored People's Time, although technically I did start at 9 o'clock. We just had to get the weasel whipped. Decided to go and start my car, make sure there ain't no ice. I got to drive tomorrow. But folks, welcome to the Midnight Run, and once again, it's me. It's me. It's the VINCE, and man, I'll tell you, everything is going really essy. Okay? Everything is just shit right now, folks. Yes, there is I didn't know what you were talking about there, KCB, but yes, there's a very horrible bug right now, and it's even in my report list. It's very bad there, you know. Let me read off what they sent to me. Yep, issue with YouTube app. Subscribe, unsubscribe type thing. But yeah. Hopefully they will get it fixed here. Other than that, finally got my year's revenue in sales. Normally I do about 300,000 or so forth. Folks, my revenue for this year, because of the tariffs, was $15,600. That's all I sold, folks. $15,000 worth of products. most of it was just trinkets here. Like I said before, nobody buys American goods. And I'm not joking, folks. $15,000 for the entire year. That's it. $15,000. And I spent about $13,000 just in advertising. We're not even talking supplies. So in all, collectively, I have taken a loss of about $16,000 this year. No, actually $21,000. I forgot about the other card. So, next year will be a lot better if they get rid of these stupid tariffs. But the good thing is I've trimmed the fat, so I definitely won't lose as much. It's sort of like keeping an engine running there for 8 months, and then I finally turned off the engine, but it already left that debt. No, I got a lot of deductions. A whole lot. It ain't even funny. It's not even funny as far as deductions are concerned. My websites literally made revenue. That's not profit, revenue of $15,000. I knew it was going to be pretty bad at the very beginning of the year. I already knew that. And Christmas does not look any better because literally speaking, folks, I am not selling anything. My medical supply, I have to sell at US prices. I only have US suppliers at this point. And people, the thing about it is, folks, people don't want to buy US products here. You know, I may have had one or two's like, well, thank God you got American products here. I'm going to buy something. Bought like $40 worth of stuff, but hey, I can't complain. He supported the business, you know. And I got my boy in Bangladesh. He wants me to do a little bit of work tomorrow to get my other 2 bought sites that I built back online. So, and he's pretty good at it there, so got a little work to do, folks. Just a little bit, you know. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. I stopped selling supplements a long time ago. But folks, tonight, I have one of my Odysseys, Maduros. Got my coffee cooling down. Richard Overton style. A little Maker's Mark whiskey, smoky vanilla. The real fancy stuff, that Pulp Fiction type coffee, you know, with the flavors and everything. And of course, I got my water cup given to me by my good friend Pugman. Y'all be sure to thank Pugman. Yeah, it may be time to start brewing roids. Well, next year is going to be a little bit better. At least I think so. I hope so. Otherwise, I may have to get back to the cotton fields here, KCB. Just pick me some cotton. Yep, be singing those Negro spirituals. Way on the water. I was walking down the water. I was waiting in the water. I shall get by and by. Oh, by and by. Way down on the river. Gonna get by and by. I can always go to Spectrum, KCB. That's why I'm not too worried I can go to TD Ameritrade. Those jobs are still open. I just don't need the stress of things. All right. See, I'm using the big matches tonight. I want to look real fancy. KCB, I have a jet lighter. It just looks more cool using these matches here. I'll just be honest with you. So I've been doing it classic style lately. But yeah, I got my jet lighter. I don't know what you're talking about. And I still got my pipe lighter too for my pipe. I'm actually gonna get a Zippo. But folks, get your questions in. Let's check and see if my coffee's cooled down or not. Well, I'm gonna get a Zippo, actually. I've been meaning to get a Zippo for a while. Ryan, dang. I bet you was looking, I bet you people was looking at you there when you were lifting that. That's freaking awesome. Ah, anytime, man, anytime. See, like I said, it just, you know, you don't need to push everything. It just, things will come in place there, you know. Your body will acclimate. You never want to force anything. I mean, I'll probably get a Zippo probably for Christmas or something like that. But there ain't going to be much giving for Christmas. The truth of the matter is, I spent all of my Christmas money paying off my stepdad's fines for losing his license. So, folks, I don't have any money for Christmas. But like I said, folks, family comes first, you know. He was able to get down to Texas, take his son and everything. You know, now that I think about it, since I didn't make payroll for the internet and all the other expenses for running the live stream, ooh, I'm gonna be in a crunch this month. And he had a bunch of fines, by the way. So, yeah, there won't be... I'm afraid, folks, there won't be nothing for me for Christmas. Womp, womp, womp. But you know what? We're gonna make the best of it. You know what I mean? I mean, football gonna be on. And I mean, I can still make burgers. Burgers are awesome. And I've made a whole bunch of frozen burritos too. So that's going to save me a lot of money. But yep, get your questions in, get your donations in. And y'all could pay for the Stepdad's Fines foundation. But yeah, folks. Even though business has been bad, work has been bad, you still got to take care of family. Worry about the money later on. KCB, you can't look. Let me tell you something here, KCB. My parents are very elderly. I mean, you know good and well Social Security ain't gonna cut anything. You gotta remember, my mom's jobs was picking cotton, worked on a farm. So there isn't exactly anything to be filed for insurance. The same with my stepdad. Like I said, they're not baby boomers. They're from the silent generation. You know, before they even had, you know, things like fully established Social Security or anything. I'd rather starve than ask family for money. He didn't have to ask me anything. I knew what I had to do. No, he didn't ask me. I went down there and I paid his fines. And I didn't say anything about it. I mean, he taught me how to drive, you know, raised me and stuff. How can you go and ask your parents for, you know, you can't do that. No, it's just the result of his forgetfulness there, KCB. Does it really matter? He's family. Stepdad, you know? He taught the great one how to drive. He always looked out for me, you know? My real father was never there for me. What I mean, he's the only father I ever knew. So, yeah, I'm going to definitely look out for him. But no, I didn't ask him to pay his fines or pay me back or anything like that. Why? Now, my mom's retired, but the thing about it is that she had to work until 72. If she had collected her Social Security at 62, she would have been screwed. So she had to play extra innings simply because she worked on the farm picking cotton. Therefore, you have a string of years that you can't really depend upon. And Krispy Kreme did not give her a pension or anything, in case you're wondering. But I hold most of her money so that way her bank account stays low enough to where she could take government benefits here. That's called thinking. And I've put some of it in gold, which is doubled, so. My family, you just can't do that with most of them because you give them an inch and try to take a mile. Well, not my family. Or at least the thing about it is, I know which things a part of my family I would do that. I wouldn't do that for my two cousins, not for my brother, definitely for my sister, not my brother, not my dad, not my biological daddy, my stepdad, my mama, yeah. So it really depends on your family, you know. Which family member are you talking about? And of course, my cousin Nico, well, obviously, you know, he doesn't need the money. He's a multi-millionaire, him and Tim and them, so they're the last people that need money. Not even that. I still look out for my brother as best as I can. That's the way family is here. I mean, that's all you got in this world, folks. Everyone else can... And there's parts of my family that I just don't typically talk to. Generally because they think I'm a bundle of sticks and think I'm gonna burn in hell. The great one's not gonna burn in hell. The great one does not have sunblock. Sorry. Not gonna be chilling in hell. Not gonna use sunblock. Because nobody ever calls to see if I'm alive or dead. I mean, that's the way family is here. I mean... KCB, I mean... You can't expect family to do that. I call my mom every week. My dad doesn't call me maybe once every 2 or 3 months. And usually the conversation lasts for less than a minute. And yes, this is a Cuban sandwich, so... They can kick rocks. You tell them, KCB. I mean, you know your family's dynamics better than anything else, so you gotta do you know. But yeah, those other jobs are available, so I mean, I'm not really too concerned with that. But ultimately, yeah. If the business doesn't improve next year, just get a higher paying job or something. But it won't be at Spectrum, be like TD Ameritrade or some other place. It's just that this job allows me to do my live streams and have peace of mind. Pre-purchase inspections for home buyers. What the heck is that? I've never heard of that before. Man, this cigar is heating up really bad. And yes, it's burning bad too. It's a Cuban sandwich after all. But it's good flavor. Definitely premium tobacco. That's why I buy these things. They're ugly as sin, but they're inexpensive. And Lord knows you better use a V-cutter with these things. Otherwise, you'll be spitting tobacco fibers everywhere. Yeah, folks, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Looks like I got an exploding cigar. Yeah, it's a Cuban sandwich. It's an odyssey. So if you can't afford any cigars and you need a cigar that runs like maybe $1 or so per cigar, instead of getting a gas station one, get an Odyssey or factory smokes. But yeah, it's gonna canoe. It's a nasty cigar, but you also got to do what you can afford to do. That's the only... I mean, the whole thing isn't really just the look of it. It doesn't really make a difference. It's all about the flavor and the tobacco inside. So this here, folks, this is a cigar I got right here. It's an Odyssey Maduro. It's got a Maduro Nicaraguan wrap, and it's got a blend of Honduran and Nicaraguan tobacco. Pugman, what's up? Well, yeah, they would use pesticides, but all of that would be cleaned out in the process of making the cigars. Definitely still healthier than cigarettes. I was just giving the latest report there, Pugman. My annual revenue from my business is $15,000. Going down from $300,000. Like I said, I told you it was going to be bad. I told you guys it was going to be bad. Because the only thing I couldn't sell any big ticket items. I mean, we're talking about items with a profit margin of $72 to $2. So I still sold the volume, I just couldn't sell, yeah, 15,000. That is what's on my QuickBooks report. I mean, I spent at least $12,000 to $13,000 just in advertising, Pugman. And with supplies and everything, the total loss I have, I was edging at around 19,000, but it's going to be around a $16,000 loss actually. So it's a little bit less than I expected. I mean, I may get some sales Christmas, but the problem is that I can't get nothing in. But yeah, folks, if you look here, $32 will get you 20, and then I use a little coupon. It's $28. They will ship it for free. You do that, you got business. Of course, I'm working now to uncanoe this thing. As best as I can. Like I said, with Cuban sandwiches, oh yeah. Let's pull up good old Quicken. This here's my Quicken. And we're gonna pull up profit loss details. But there it is, folks, right there. $15,000, expenses $14,000, overall total $11,662, and then when you add in the Amex card with the $19,000, that's where that loss is at. There definitely won't be any swordfish for a while. Hold on, man. I'm going to do this here. Here we go. All right. There we have it, folks. That's not even all the advertising. You see, this is advertising I made in cash. Most of my advertising's on the Amex business. Professional and legal fees. Most of it is going to be on the Amex card. But this is the uncategorized total right there. And that's how much income revenue I had. $15,481.38. That is all I sold. But you know what, folks? It's okay. You know why? I'm still standing on 2 feet. I got my live stream. Got my cigars. Maybe not always the greatest cigars. This thing is canoeing again. But folks, the real wealth, folks, is in friends. But yeah, there ain't gonna be no Christmas this year. And I'm gonna work Christmas Eve in order to get a little bit of extra overtime money. Because I spent most of my money paying off my stepdad's fine, so that's where the Christmas money went to. I mean, I may still stop by Hall's Chop House, but it won't be for a steak. I may have one of those pepper martinis, and that's about it. The Swordfish Club, yeah, it took a hit too. Everything took a hit. Every business took a hit. I talked to a buddy of mine. They got less people coming in. I mean, they always have a wealthy clientele, so... But all of the other stuff, the mid-modern people like me have not been in there. Christmas is the gateway holiday to homosexuality. No, it isn't. I'm gonna still have a good Christmas here. I'm gonna do a live stream Christmas special. We're gonna chill out, man. It's gonna be good. So I don't mean to sound dark or anything about Christmas. I just won't be buying any Christmas presents. What can you do? Now I gotta send off my Christmas cards too. Get my mom a nice gift card. But yeah, every business is taking a hit, no doubt. Every business. Not the weed and cigarette industries from what I see. Yeah, when people are depressed, weed does go up though. But like I said, folks, I'm not going to go simp for a supplement company. Like I said, that definitely would have helped out my bills this year. if I had signed on to one of those supplement company sponsors, and I may even still do that, but it's not something I want to do because if this company screws up, well. Oh, I got other things there, KCB. I'll be fine. But yeah, the thing about it is, I guess I don't sound too broken up about it because I already knew this was going to happen in the very beginning of January. Once those tariffs came, I knew I was going to get screwed. And sure enough, I had to raise prices. I can't get hardly any of my stuff. You can't sell anything if it's not there. Well, KCB, I'll tell you right now, once I get braces, I'll be on a liquid diet probably for about a month and I won't be able to eat steak or anything. So I would honestly say I'll lose a lot of weight. That's another thing, braces. Ugh. Yes, we got a MAGA. Oh, that reminds me. Did y'all see those new Epstein pictures? Let's go ahead and check those out. They're not good, neither. Let's go to TMZ, actually. They should have them. Oh, Tom Brady's bitch. Oh, former ex-wife, actually. Yeah, they got Walter they found one with Walter Cronkite. I mean, look at this, folks. Did you ever think that you would see Diana Ross, Bill Clinton, Michael Jackson, and Epstein all in one picture? They're just releasing all sorts of things. You ought to see the Prince Andrew one. Let me show you that one. See, the thing I like about TMZ is they have a gallery. These are the new Trump pictures. Trump condom, $4.50. There's Richard Branson. Donald Trump. Now, I'm not saying that they were involved in anything. That's Woody Allen, obviously. There's Bill Gates and there's Prince Andrew. Or formerly, now he's no longer Prince. I absolutely hate Steve Bannon. Alan Dershowitz. Man, Bill Clinton's got a lot of explaining to do. That was on Epstein's desk. And we got pictures from the Pope. I don't know what's going on here. That right there is Fergie. I don't know who that is. I don't want to know. Like I said, folks, Bill Clinton has a lot of explaining to do. He almost looks like he's about to get sucked off or something. I got a lot of blacked out stuff. I don't want to know what that is. Whoa! Oh, snap! Oh! Oh my God, him too? Oh, jeez. Come on! Chris Tucker! You naughty boy. Ew! Gross! You see his hairy leg. Ew. This one's former Prince William. He's laying on a bunch of women. No wonder he lost his titles. Bill Clinton, you got a lot of explaining to do. And you know this, man. Damn. Billy, William. Mick Jagger's old dried up ass. Hold on. Jesus Christ. It almost looks like he has a ghost mask on. And we was worried about Monica Lewinsky, the fat white woman. Oh my God. Look at this. I'm gonna get my big beautiful AI to make a YouTube on that. Jesus Christ. That just ain't right. Oh, and T-Mobile? Oh, wait a minute. That's an advertisement. I was thinking T-Mobile was in on it. More Bill Clinton shot. Bill Clinton is just in a whole bunch of these pictures. Yeah, Chris Tucker, we see your little nappy nigger ass. Fucking nigger. Yeah. Bill Clinton, Mick Jagger, y'all got some splaining to do. Yeah, buddy. And you know what the thing about it is, folks? There's over 95,000 pictures. 95,000. A lot of crookedness there. This is why they didn't want these pictures to show up. But you know the one picture you don't see? Obama. You probably wouldn't see Biden there. Truth of the matter is, But the reason why a lot of people are expecting Obama to be in the pictures, no. And you want to know why? He didn't have any money. These pictures are from like 2002. And at that time, he wasn't even in office. He was he was technically in office, but he was just a member of the Illinois Senate District. That's a $20,000 a year job. Yeah, Bill Clinton's in a lot of those pictures. That's kind of scary. Obama be like, good thing I dodged a bullet. I ain't had no money back then. Chris Tucker, man. Chris Tucker. You notice how quiet he's been? He ain't said nothing. I mean, Chris Tucker is in a bathtub in a hot tub with Kevin Spacey and Bill Clinton and Michael Jackson. Can you imagine, and Epstein? Can you imagine a hot tub with allegedly underage women? You got Prince Andrew, you got Bill Clinton, you got Chris Tucker, you got Bill Gates. It's absolutely insane. It's insane. But, folks, we're going to start videos in 3 minutes, so get your questions in and or donations. I will say right now, 2025 has been my best and worst year. I could say I've trimmed the fat from the business. I mean, I've cut down on a lot of wasteful spending. Not by choice, but, you know. The only mistake I really made is keeping that advertising up and going. If I hadn't kept the advertising up there, things would have been a little bit different. Yep. But what can you do, folks? Really, what can you do? It's amazing just how polluted this world is. All this stuff Now you see why all those people fought to keep those pictures out. Because some of the most powerful people are in those pictures. And Chris Tucker. There's no pictures of Tom Hanks or anything, but, you know, like I said, folks, there are 95,000 pictures. So I am guessing that they are leaking new people as things come along. But yeah, Ryan, nasty, nasty boy. All of these people just disgust me. And they knew exactly what was going on. They had to. I mean, literally, they had to. They had to have known what was going on. How can you not? But let's get some videos started. It'll make me feel a little bit better.
Oh God! Oh! Oh! Yeah, all right, I like it. I like it. Okay, just lock in. You can't bail. You have to land it. All right, who waxed this? All right. You only have 500 more feet to go. Oh God! Oh! Don't fall! Oh! 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 Stay on! Stay on! Oh! 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 Yes! 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 Oh! Oh God! Oh! Oh!
Impossible 500 grand. Isn't that the same guy that does those MMA match mints or so forth, the little shorts on TikTok? I think so. I think that's him. Yes, Frank Tufano did put up a lot of stuff. I used to be able to ride a skateboard there. I couldn't do many tricks, but I could ride that and do roller skating. You know, they still got a roller skate rink around Skate World, Skateland, USA. So if I wanted to go skating, you know, I can always pop by.
You guys keep making fun of my life of doom and despair, but it doesn't stop at the roof. Another contractor messed up my bathroom, and
it seems as though everyone's messing up his stuff. That's why you gotta hire some Americans.
I'm debating on...
Yes, he still roller skates.
Doing it section by section, like trying to redo it section by section, gutting the whole thing. So let me show you guys what's messed up. So, you know, you take a quick glance, you're like, hey, it looks pretty good from my house, but as soon as you get up close, you know, you can see the tiles were done incorrectly. Some stuff is way worse than others. I went to get surgery in May, orbital reconstruction, and I trusted this guy with my bathroom while I was gone. When I came back and saw this, I was like, you know what, it was almost done, so I said, just finish it and... let's see what it looks like. I think the only thing done reasonably is this shower floor, and even then it's horrible. Like, just, I mean, you can look at how bad the grout is, how all the tiles are not, you know, not placed correctly. I don't want to get started on this stuff by the closet here. So, obviously, like, I think, honestly, all the tile work just needs to be completely redone. But I'm debating on, you know, do I just rip the tile out and then just put up drywall and paint it at this point? Because
it just needs to be regrouted a little bit. It's not that bad, actually. It's just cheap material.
Because, you know, it's a shame. You know, you had all this beautiful tile, and he did a really crappy job. You know, whole tile bathroom, tile floor, tile shower, tile walls, and he messed all of it up. He didn't do the tile nicely. You know, it's not placed correctly. It's really shoddy stuff. So I'm debating on even putting tile back up. And I mean, guys, this is probably, you know, someone to do this bathroom is insane. I'm already in it for much less than it would have cost to, you know, it saved a lot of money regardless, even if I have to redo this. But I think it might not be a bad idea to knock this wall out, so we don't have to tile anything here and just have like an open storage thing here. I don't know.
Well, if you did that, then your clothes would get mildewy from the shower.
I need someone with half a brain that actually remodels bathrooms to give me some advice. Hey, at least we got 2 shower heads. Hey, one thing was done nicely, right? But, you know, point is, all the tile work was done really shoddy, and I don't want my bathroom to be out of commission for God knows how long again, because I'm basically, you know, getting someone to remodel and helping them do it. You know, it's not like I have a crew that can come in and just bang it out unless this guy's insurance company pays me out, which is probably not going to happen. So, I don't know. I just want to know, like, can this be redone section by section, or are we going to be wasting time by not gutting it all at once?
You know, it does look pretty bad. Obviously, had some cheap contractor go into it. If anything, I would regrout a couple of things, but I really wouldn't do anything with it. It's relatively fine for the amount of money he probably spent.
These Looks Maxers talking about these Lefort surgeries are completely delusional. Completely delusional. It's never been done. There is not one before and after picture of someone who is not deformed that has undergone these surgeries. It has never, ever been done. And anyone promoting these surgeries or talking about it, there's no before and after pictures online. The only people that these procedures have been performed on are, as you see, you know, people that have severe facial deformities or genetic defects from birth. It's kind of wild. Anything besides a double jaw surgery has really never been done. And even if you want something like orbital implants or stuff like that, no one has before and after photos. So we're who knows how many generations away from legitimately safe and effective procedures.
Well, you shouldn't have the procedure at all unless you do have an actual true deformity. Like I said, folks, be happy with the way you look.
So I had infraorbital rim implants, and I look terrible. I had them removed and look much better like my old self. And I've done a lot of research on implants. My simple opinion is that the field is not advanced enough to justify getting any sort of implant unless it's something very obvious, like you have a super recessed jawline and you want to fix it a little bit. Anything else, we simply don't have the technology to do it correctly. You should be able to scan someone's face, their hard and soft tissue, show them what they would look like after the surgery. That's the only way to know whether or not someone will look good with the implant, instead of just shooting in the dark and botching people. That's literally what we're doing. We're putting plastic in people's faces and hoping that the overall aesthetic outcome will be correct. But there is such a variance in the shape and size of what the implants need to be. I can't illustrate how far behind we are and how close we are to not being able to do this correctly. Like, the idea of custom implants is very, very new, and the size and shape and width and thickness of look at how different people are from person to person. You have all those different variances that need to be 3D programmed, and do we have the technology to do it? I think we do, but no one's developed the software yet. No one has developed the software that allows someone to analyze the hard and soft tissue of the person and determine the exact shape and size of the implant.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Why? Why? You don't know the long-term effects of doing these types of facial implants and stuff like that. So,
that is ideal for their face. No one has done it yet, And it's
No, he doesn't there, KCB, because he's still giving plastic surgery advice there, you know? My advice on plastic surgery has been consistent. Don't do it. I mean, look at me. I am going to turn 49 in 4 months. Look at my face, folks. Look at it. All right? Do you know why I look like this for at the age of 48? It's quite simple. It's a very simple thing. I'm simply happy with what I have. I was losing my hair, and instead of going off and doing these surgeries, I shaved it. I didn't get no hair implants like my boy John Bravo or anything like that. I leaned into the wind. Sometimes, you know, a tree, if it stays sturdy in the wind, it will come crashing down. But if you bend like the wind and you just go with things, you're going to be A-okay. All right? So, Frank, get a picture of this here. All right? 48 years old. Soon to be 49. Not too bad, is it, folks? The only thing I got is teeth, which with braces, yeah. No, Taban can't improve me.
It's not capable of doing it. And can you try to guess? No, I don't think so. I don't think you can. I think it's too difficult, especially in the eye area and the cheek area, based on the soft and hard tissue of the person.
Also, folks, black don't crack.
I don't think you can guess and try to figure out, okay, if we, give the person cheek implants here and we extend their jaw and chin a little bit and we give them the supraorbital. And to further enforce what I think, there's no before and after pictures online. No one's freaking done it. If no one has done it, then we can't say it's reasonable to do. There has to be multiple doctors with proven before and after photos and hundreds of surgeries that have been successful before we can. Now we're just experimenting. Maybe there's going to be some person that gets lucky and they were close enough with the implants that they look good. I've seen it with some jaw implants, but in regards to other facial implants, we are not even close. So I had infraorbital removal.
Yeah. Dumbass.
So what's the best way to improve upon your coloring, right? So melanotan 2. Guys, melanotan...
Yeah, I'm tired of this industry shill pushing all of this dog shit snake oil. And the truth would be, follow a healthy diet, get some sun, maybe go in the tanning bed a few times throughout the winter if you're not happy with your base tan. But to inject yourself with this crap and to promote it it's so beyond honest and truthful that it still shocks me this guy hasn't been exposed yet with how much of a money grubbing shill he is. And that all of the stuff he's pushing is literal dog shit snake oil. Like nothing actually works. And the only things that do work that he promotes are highly illegal.
Yeah, it is true there, so, yeah.
Grinds are going up this conveyor, and it gets sprayed with a pyrusitic acid, which is an intervention.
These commercial meat guys only care about profit. It's never about health. And, from the beginning, I'm sure this guy...
Well, 100 years ago, meat was a lot worse. And maybe there's a lot of chemicals in it nowadays, but it beats dying.
Guy has put tons and tons and tons, literal tons of chemicals in his meat over the years he's been operating his business. And, not only are these chemicals bad for you, they do taste off. I used to work in New York restaurants, and I was close with some chefs. They complained about the burger patties this guy sold. And yeah, when you're spraying peracetic acid on the grind meat right before you grind it, it's gonna mess up the flavor of the meat. You can taste it in the meat, and you don't want it. It's a mixture of basically vinegar and hydrogen peroxide, which is why on Frankie's Free Range Meat we don't spray the cow at all. We just use hot water on the carcass, and we don't add any extra before we grind. So big difference in just reducing the chemical content of the meat.
Now, I'm still not eating your meat there, Frank. Frank put up a long video, but no idea if it's minty. It probably isn't. It's probably him whining about his surgery again there, KCB.
So on a video of this guy buying prime rib at Costco, someone left a comment, "I don't trust Costco meat anymore. The chicken always smells so bad, and the Wagyu beef they sell smells terrible." Hey, there's your Freemason feedlot garbage. These conventionally raised animals that are fed super cheap, low quality corn and soy nonsense, pumped full of antibiotics, vaccines. The animals are super sick. They smell terrible. Their insides are diseased. That translates directly to the meat, which is then bleached, sprayed with chlorine, packaged in vacuum, and then sails on a ship for 2 months to the States before you eat it. So keep in mind, not only is this Costco meat from sick, low-quality animals, it's also several months old in some cases. So that's why Frankie's Free Range Meat, we don't do any of that stuff. We have the highest quality, freshest beef. Make sure you're supporting the right people and not the Costco cock.
Oh, boy.
Most people don't know a lot of the reasons that you shouldn't be buying meat from these big processors, mainly supermarkets, Costco, etc., because of the cleaning chemicals and super strong stuff they need to sanitize these facilities on a large scale. You know, imagine you have these workers that don't care too much about their job, and the USDA, the government, is screaming at them to use bleach and these super strong chemical cleaners, and that's what the meat is touching. The meat is touching the surface of those chemical cleaners, which is getting mixed into the meat. Sometimes it's so much you can even taste it in the meat. So, you know, mainly supermarkets, Costco, places like that. And I've seen these huge microwave machines that they blast frozen boxes of meat with to thaw them out within like 45 minutes. It's insane. So if the ground beef tastes off, there's a reason why.
Well, he is right about that, you know, but let me see his long video here. Surgery.
Couldn't find an American surgeon to fix my eye. Put everything in one bowl, which, as you can imagine, like, literally showed me the CT scan said back to my hotel. That's what ended up happening.
All right, let's check out the video by Pugman. Y'all be sure to thank Pugman.
Durian rider fucked Jasmine, Durian rider fucked Jasmine, Durian rider fucked Jasmine, Durian rider fucked Jasmine, Durian rider fucked Jasmine.
He just woke up and just fell asleep. Oh boy, what a world. Y'all be sure to thank Pugman.
So in the penitentiary, one of the biggest things that we respect each other about is our program. Our program, when I refer to that word, it means what time you get up, it means what time you work out, it means how you conduct yourself on the daily. So how consistent is your program is something that gets you massive amounts of respect in the penitentiary. And me being a firm believer in acquiring what we admire, then I had to run the tightest program. And that's why I still do today. Because I'm acquiring what I admire. I respect that. I must be it. If we don't acquire what we admire in life, we live our life forever on the fucking sidelines. And that's by choice. Why are you going to choose to be on the sideline when you could be in the motherfucking game by just being consistent, by having heart, by stepping your game up? So in the penitentiary, my fucking morning program was always the same. I wake the fuck up, I go take a shit right away. And then I come back, I make my coffee. I sit there, I drink my coffee, I turn on some music I like, I read my quotes or a book that I'm really into, something that inhibits growth. This is when I go into my meditation phase. My meditation phase is always initiated by a really deep song. I like to use Adele or something that's fucking painful, something that's got a woman's voice, something that screams to your soul, something that makes...
You know, if Wes actually stuck to this here, he would be perfectly fine. He wouldn't be in the trouble that he is now.
You come to tears or almost. This is how you fucking learn to suffer willingly. To suffer in silence is the most sublime feeling imaginable, and it's the source of your true power. They say suffering is the fucking origin of consciousness. So what I would do is I would invoke the suffering with this music. There's a lot of things that I would avoid. When you hear certain songs, they bring up past experiences. And there was past experiences tied to a woman singing that I missed because I missed my woman. I loved her. I missed women in general. I love them. They're fucking magnificent creatures. But anyways, I would invoke the suffering with this music. Now, the fact that I'm up at 3 a.m. to me is the epitome of gratitude, especially when you get up at 3 a.m. to chase growth. So what's happening is I'm up at 3 a.m. chasing growth by reading deep quotes, by reading self-help books, and I'm invoking suffering with the music. So if suffering is the sole origin of consciousness, and gratitude, which I'm gaining by waking up early to have growth, gratitude opens the door to higher intelligence. So when you combine opening the door to higher intelligence with the suffering, which is the origin of consciousness, you create the perfect space for meditation. So I would create this space every morning. This is how I start my day. I start my day with the application of my emotional motivators. And I envision my greatest vision to a T, to where my vision brings tears to my eyes, it covers me in fucking goosebumps, and I know motherfuckers that are asleep can feel it. It's almost waking them up, the vibration I have from inside, from this true, just this visualizing of my future. Now, I finish off my meditation tactics. I go straight into a heavy workout, something that I feel is the epitome of gratitude as well. It's secondary to waking up early to chase your dreams, but it's a growth tactic when we're speaking mind, body, soul growth. So I go straight into an intense workout. When you push yourself extremely hard to extend the one life you've been blessed with by seeking health, through treating yourself well, through treating your life with respect, how is that not the epitome of gratitude? It is. So mind, getting up early, seeking growth. Body, pushing yourself physically to extend your one life. And soul being all these combined when we're suffering willingly. That's why all religions across the world, they went on long treks. They sought isolation. They fasted. The New Age way of doing this is to eat less, is to work out harder, and to spend time alone to find your answers. This is the New Age way of meditation. This goes back to the Bible. Nothing has changed except our surroundings, and we're not even tripping on our surroundings because everything is interior. Everyone is looking around too much. Don't look around for answers. Look within. You know you'll find them. Don't wake up right into activities. Wake up right into growth. Wake up right into self-exploration. Wake up right into a realization phase.
All of this stuff here, I mean, What happened to this Wes Watson? I mean, what happened to this version of Wes Watson? I mean, and this is just 6 years ago.
Of where you need to go and visualize. Now, this is how I always started my morning with that. Everybody's still asleep. The lights are still off in the building. Now, I used to time it to a T that I finished my workout the second they clicked on the lights, and I would have the music going right when that went on. Poof. And I would fucking just let it empower me, that I was so intense and ingrained in these details, these minute details that strengthen you, to adhere to the second, the minute, on and off for years on end, to just selflessly attack these details for everyone to watch, to better themselves, and to push everyone to be the best version by being a solid example. These are the fucking things we need. The answer isn't a therapist. You be the therapist for your kids. You be the example. Put the fucking whiskey down. Don't fucking sign him up for a class. Be that motherfucker he needs. It's not that hard. It's actually a lot easier than regretting what you did over time. I care so much for the next motherfucker because I care for myself. I was in a relationship once where the person said they couldn't even love themselves. We must love ourselves, and the only definition of self-love is self-investment. And we must invest in these three main areas: mind, body, soul. But back to my morning program. After I did my workout and the lights went on, everybody would start to get up. That's when I would rack it up. I would be away from everybody. Now they're using the bathroom facilities. They're moving about the building. This is how it is in a dorm setting. In a cell setting, it was the same way. I would rack it up and let my cellie use the bathroom and all his shit, do his shit. I'm done first. I'm out the way. It's out of respect. So now everybody in the dorm is using all the bathroom facilities. They're all getting in each other's way. I get up early, so I'm not in the way. So I'm done with everything I need to do before they're even starting. So now I'm racked up and I'm reading. They're about to call chow in about 40 minutes. So about 30 minutes before chow, I just stand by the door, crossed-armed, patient as a motherfucker, just standing by the door. I did that for 2.5 years straight at each building I was at when I was in level 2s. I did a total of like 4 years, 3.5 years in level 2s. So at all these level 2s, everyone's rushing to chow. So I would just wait in front of the door, way before everyone, half hour, 45 minutes. Not one fucking time did anybody that whole time ever exit that building before me. I was so on point, and I took massive amounts of pride in that. People talk about consistency, but at what level are you consistent? We must realize that our ability to stick to all these tiny things strung along is what gets us very far. Everyone has the lottery mentality. They want to hit a grand slam. A motherfucker like me is hitting base hits all day. Base hit after base hit after base hit until they add up. And we still win, and we win the fucking game. That lottery mentality, trying to overwork a poor diet, trying to out-earn poor spending habits. These are all things we know we shouldn't do that hinder us from reaching our goals and the levels of success we want in life. So after chow, I come back. Guess what I'm doing right after chow? Right when we're done with chow, guess what I'm doing? I'm doing 300 burpees. I'm either doing 10 sets of 30 or I'm doing 30 sets of 10. But I'm doing 300 burpees right after chow. Massacring them as fast as I can. 323 to 20 minutes. Just beasting them. And then after that, I go have a fucking another cup of coffee, and I'm getting ready for yard. We're going out and hitting that fucking bar work. We're smashing the bars for a good hour. And then we're coming back in. We come back in, we shower. When you shower in the pen, it's out of respect that you shower with your motherfucking clothes on. You keep your clothes on in the pen when you get in the shower. You enter the shower.
That's some good advice in case I go to the pen, which means going back to working at the pen, which we're not doing that.
Shower with your clothes on. You wash your motherfucking clothes in the shower with them on you. A new ass motherfucker strips out where everybody's sitting, leaves his dirty clothes on top of his shoes, and then comes in the shower butt naked like a fucking weirdo. But in the pen, we come in fully clothed. We wash all the clothes we just wore at yard. We hang them up. Yes, you finally get naked and you fucking soap off, and then you dry off it and you leave. But I mean, this is a really effective method in there. And these are the things that have been passed down for fucking just massive amounts of years that work better. And it keeps everyone from having dirty clothes under their motherfucking bed. There's nothing worse than having a bunkie or a cellie who doesn't wash his clothes every time he wears them, and you walk in a cell and it smells like dirty fucking clothes. So this is another thing that is massive about respect in the penitentiary. We're always fucking just, the whole thing is, if everybody was gonna do what you're doing in a building full of 200 people, would it work? So a motherfucker will leave something somewhere, or he'll sit a certain way, and I just am like, okay, if everyone in the building decided to do what you're doing, could we all live here good? And they're like, but everyone's not doing it, so you can't, motherfucker. This is the way I always led everything. If everybody can't do it, you can't do it. You're not special. Now in the fucking penitentiary, you're always gonna be putting your best foot forward. I was in a spot one time, a level 4, and I had just got there, and the back of my shoe slid down. The back of my shoe. I didn't even have packaged shoes yet. I just had some state shoes, and the back of it was slid down. The fool who had the spot came up to me hot as fuck. Hot as fuck. He said, Wes, we wear our shoes. Are you white? I said, what the fuck? And he's like, are you fucking white? Can you put your motherfucking shoes on? Because other races, they'll step on the back of their shoe. They'll wear their shoe like a flip-flop almost. And we don't. We put our shoes on, so we're ready to get busy. But I thought that was so fucking crazy that he came up to me and got at me foul because the back of my shoe slid down. And this was someone who you didn't talk to out of context, and he wasn't talking to me out of context. He was showing me respect. He was putting me on game. I was new. He said, Wes, you put your fucking shoes on. I'll put mine on. We're riding together.
I never wear my shoes like flip-flops. I mean, you'll mess up and you'll get creases in it. I mean, seriously. I mean, you'll get creases. Anyway, but very helpful information from, well, anyway. What a maroon.
You called the big man when you called up.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice. You remember the other day?
Oh, hell yeah.
Man, Ronnie was a beast.
Legs still pumped from the workout.
Now this has got to be his later years because he has that home gym. That right there is Ronnie Coleman's gym, actually, that he has in his home. I mean, definitely fully equipped.
Get him it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Get him, Ronnie. Yeah, this is a YouTube prankster who likes to call people by the wrong name there. So let's see what happens when he does it to Busta Rhymes.
Not nobody's fucking nigga. Shh. I ain't nobody nigga. I'm not signing nothing else.
What's good, my brother?
What's good?
All right, chill it.
All right.
Bronx in the house, you heard?
Salute, brother. Good, brother.
You take a flick. You take a flick for me?
I gotta go inside. What y'all think I might?
I can't get one real quick. Bronx in the house real quick, Buster.
I appreciate the love.
Let me get one. I'll see you later. Stay black, you heard?
I appreciate that.
Stay black, Buzz.
So what else I'm supposed to be? You a clown now too?
Nah, I ain't no clown.
What the fuck you mean stay black?
That's my slogan.
I don't know that slogan. Don't say it to me.
That's what I'm
joking with you.
Hold on. It's all good.
Fuck that. I ain't doing your photo.
All right, have a good day, though.
You have a better day.
Happy holidays and all that. Happy New Year and all that. All right, cool.
Keep playing. Y'all
Cool.
niggas bug the fuck out. Keep playing.
That's what I'm saying. Stay black is my thing, bro.
I don't give a fuck what it is.
All right,
That's
cool.
what I do.
All right, no doubt. No doubt.
Bozo ass nigga.
All right,
Y'all
cool.
gonna stop playing.
All right, cool. Have a good night, bro.
Stop talking to me, bro. How about that? Say something else. Yeah.
Yeah, you see his crew coming up on him there.
Say something else.
That's some funny shit, bro. Wasn't even coming off of negative energy, bro.
Yeah, you was.
No, I wasn't.
I keep talking.
That's my slogan, bro.
Oh, see, keep talking.
That wasn't even negative energy, bro.
Keep talking.
Now, have a good night, though. Stay black.
Dick. Oh, see,
All right, have a good night, bro. Stay black. Stay black.
oh, see, nigga? Keep talking. Keep playing, my nigga. Keep playing. Keep playing.
But
You keep playing, you little fucking faggot. You don't even know what's around you, bitch. Keep playing.
I ain't say nothing, bro. I ain't say nothing, bro.
We're gonna stop fucking playing with grown men. Stop.
You see, this is folks. This is the thing about my generation. We know when people are taking a dump, trying to take a dump on us here. You know. See, Busta's from my generation. A little bit older than I am, but he's from my generation. You know, I've been down with Busta Rhymes since the leaders of the new school. All right. Now y'all go and look up leaders of the new school. Then you will know what the scenario is. Y'all can look up scenario too while you're at it. You just can't play with my generation like that. You know, you can't go around fucking with Gen Xers like me.
I'm not playing, though. I'm not playing, though. That's my slogan,
beat
bro.
the living tar out of
Have a
you.
good night, though, Buzz. Yeah, why you press you? What'd you do?
Yo, it's good, Tracy Morgan.
Oh, for real? Oh, you wildin'.
Yo, you almost got your eyes beat though. He was He didn't want no videos, also. Yeah.
I mean, he's quite lucky. I mean, his crew was about to snatch him up there, you know. You don't play with, you can play with these other kids and stuff like that, but you don't be playing with my generation, all right? You just don't. All right. Like I said, Busta's just a little bit older than I am. But like I said, you don't mess with Gen Xers, all right? We will literally rip out your freaking rib cage with our bare hands, you know? Literally. Why would you go and call Busta Rhymes Tracy Morgan for? You know? Why? I mean, it's just plain stupid. Just, yeah, childless man activities. Drug addict. That's Wes Watson to a T.
Masculine energy is not being aggressive, it's being calm. So let's get into it. Most men think being masculine means being dominant, loud, fear, rah-rah. You know what I'm saying? Nah. Masculine energy is found in when you don't even have to raise your voice. It's in how calm you can stay when life tries to shake you. Think about it. A lot of men are aggressive because they're insecure. They think force equals strength. But aggression is just usually a cover-up for fear. Fear of losing control. Fear of being seen. Fear of not actually being enough. And I get it. The masculine man isn't out here trying to prove a point. Why? Because he is the point. He doesn't yell to be heard. People listen because his presence speaks before his mouth ever does. And to me, that's real power. Listen to me. Women, they don't feel safe around aggression. They feel safe around certainty. They can sense when a man is driven by chaos versus conviction. Masculinity is not in chasing control, it's mastering self-control. Stop trying to control others and worry about controlling you. Because the loudest man in the room usually is the weakest one. But the quiet one, that's the one that doesn't flinch, doesn't fold. That's the man who wins in the long run. So if you want to be masculine, if you have an issue with that, stop trying to be feared and lock in on becoming respected. Masculine.
I mean, he's right about that, folks. I mean, like I said before, it's about staying calm and stuff like that. You know, despite everything I've been through, the alpha credentials, you know, I don't need to sound tough, okay? I've been in corrections, you know. I've done security work. I've been a bouncer. Been in the military. I've done this and I've done that. I don't have nothing to prove to anyone. I ain't gotta go around with some tattoos. I don't need tattoos. I don't need some medium shirt to show off my muscles or anything like that. I ain't gotta drive a big truck or anything with big giant wheels, you know, or anything like that. I don't have to grow a beard or anything like that. I don't have to wear jewelry or anything. I'll walk around with a freaking Casio F91W, you know, literally. You don't need all that. I mean, I know who I am. I know where I've been and I know where I'm going too, you know. Seriously. Alpha credentials isn't about how tough you are. It's the things you've done in life. That's what builds alpha credentials. All right? I mean, all these people up there talking tough and everything, getting tattoos. The great one does not need tattoos to look tough, all right? And I don't intend to be tough, you know? It's being this hard, rough guy, it won't get you any cheek. Women do like muscles, but they like a guy that sounds normal, that's not trying to stick out his chest or anything like that. But have you ever been a grocery produced boy by your... Oh boy, we're going to have to talk later on, raw food.
Alright, this is day 2. 5 minutes. We're going to go to 8 minutes on the video. I might do an 8-minute exercise, I don't know. But we're just doing that.
I can't sit through and watch this shit. Fuck that. Chi. What you mean by that there, Pugman? Chi. Are you talking about CHI? Or... 813 push-ups next week. You heard it from first. Conservative Cuban promised us daily push-ups years ago, and he never went through with it. Yeah. The only reason I'm not going to play the Aaron P stuff, because we already watched it Tuesday. Here's the thing, folks. Oh, okay. Gotcha, Pug. Here's the thing. Those exercises are just not going to work for Aaron. He needs to do some resistance training. All right? I'm not going to spend 12 minutes watching a guy play with his man boobs. All right? He can't do push-ups at this time. He needs to get himself a total gym. It's one of the best machines. It's one that I recommend to people. You know? I mean, it really is. But I'll tell you right now, folks, I can't wait till this year ends. I'm going to reset things. Chances are... Oh, boy. Nah, we're not going to. I was just thinking of something, but...
Doesn't matter. Didn't I just show you my placard?
Then put your
I don't have
up.
to do it because you said so. And don't knock on my window like, why are you acting stupid?
It's a $3,000 ticket to
I won't get it.
I
won't get it because I'm a disabled veteran.
Plate is not valid anymore.
My plate is valid, and didn't I just show you my placard?
2020.
Didn't I just show you my placard?
You see, this is an example of white Karens getting into other people's business. If she says she's a disabled veteran, there's a reason why she has that up there.
I'm trying to eat lunch and I'm Ubering, and here's my placard, and she's just bothering me. I don't have to.
Have it shoved down in
my plate say disabled vet.
That is not a valid plate anymore.
Are you the police?
Yes, that is actually a valid plate.
Please.
No, but
are you the police?
Disabled, and
I'm disabled too.
And when I see people without a placard,
okay, so why are you? We through now? Do you see I have one? I don't have to.
Yes, you do.
I don't have to.
You do.
I don't have to because you said to. I don't have to.
Yes, you do.
It's visible. You
it's
seen
not
it?
Visible if it's not in the
Are
window.
you the police?
Did you actually
are you
read
the police?
any of the information they gave
I'm a
you?
15-year retired veteran.
Well, thank you for your service, but you still have to have your placard.
And I have my placard.
It's not visible through your window.
It's the only... Okay.
Have you ever read any of the
Have you ever read
they
it?
gave you?
Have you read it?
Yes, I read a lot.
Okay, well, read where you going and go, because I'm not bothering you.
You are bothering me by
how am I bothering you in my own car, minding my own business? My car, minding my own business.
You want to film too? That's fine. I'll take pictures and send it.
Get the fuck out of here, you damn snow roach.
I don't care. DV, dumbass.
So, I'm going to remind you folks what my stepdad's father taught me. You see, as you guys know, I went to Eddie Sr.'s 100th birthday, 100-year birthday when he turned 100 years old, big event in an auditorium. Lived to be 103 years old. You know what his secret to life was? Minding your own fucking business. And he said that out to everyone. And and despite the curse word, what's someone going to say to someone that's 100 years old? His doctor tried to give him advice on how to live. His doctor was long dead before he was, and he lived to be 80. And this guy's 100 years old. So, 100-year-old man telling you the vice to longevity in life is to mind your own fucking business, then you should mind your own fucking business. Take it from Eddie Sr., okay? My stepdad's father. Very smart person. Mind your own business. That lady's up there sitting in her car, eating up food and stuff and Ubering and minding her own business. And this snow roach decides to come up there, puts her hands on the windows too. Up there talking about The plate counts, folks, okay? She handicapped. She got a handicap spot and she got the blue thing. She ain't got to hang anything up. She ain't the police. If a police officer came by, they would have arrested her because she went and put her hands on her window, you know? That's you're just being a pest, you know? Go do something else here. If you're not the police, don't be the police, okay? If you're not a police officer, don't try to be one, okay? Mind your own business. Take it from Eddie Sr. I have. It doesn't always guarantee you longevity in life. Anyone can go any day of the week. Any day, any hour, any minute there. But you don't want to hasten it by getting into somebody else's business. All right? Mind your own business in life, you're going to get very far. All right? That's the problem with people these days. They don't mind their own freaking business. Why? Doesn't make any bit of sense here. Instead, they're doing things like this here.
Yes. Following golf girls on Instagram. I had one video come up I recommended of they might be lenient.
I mean, I want you guys to look at this here.
Yeah,
This is the extension of this is an extension of pure laziness here. Aaron, what is wrong with Aaron P? I mean, the fact that he religiously watches Vegan Gains' channel and he thinks that this is perfectly okay. Folks, this is not exercise. It's not even stretching. Yeah. Like I said, he lived, my Eddie Sr. lived to be 103 years old. His only mistake was taking that stupid COVID vaccine. And folks, for someone like him at 103 taking a COVID vaccine, it wasn't really the COVID that killed him. He's too old to be taking that stuff, you know? It affect the body there, you know, and stuff. And once he took the COVID vaccine, that was it, you know? So if you're at an advanced stage, you don't need to be putting anything else in your system, all right? Because at that point in time, at 103 years old, you are already playing extra innings. I mean, that isn't even stretching. I mean, it is kind of minty, you know. If Aaron P is serious about losing weight, you know, he has to know that this type of stuff isn't working. He's got to change his diet, and he actually has to do some real workouts. I mean, the worst of it is it's only 11 minutes and 39 seconds of this. That's not, that isn't even stretching. I mean, I think he's trying to get isometric exercises here or so forth. Here's the thing. If he's going to do isometric exercises, let's go ahead and find some dynamic tension exercises.
And workouts.com. Can you really build muscle using this system of muscle building as dips?
No, this ain't gonna work. Hold on. I'm gonna find a good old 813. Okay, hold on a minute. I will find you.
Doesn't matter. Didn't
Yes. Oh yeah, not the snow roach.
All right, this is day 2.
All right, let's see what
I'm
we
going
got.
to do. I'm going to upload this as an update video. I'm going to release it 10 hours, or 10 minutes, I mean. I'm sorry. So we are going to do push-ups next week. So this is Tuesday. So good thing I started on Monday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm going to do.
So folks, let me give you an example of what, and I guess he's trying to do an isometric exercise. So simply put, an isometric exercise is using your hand for resistance here. So take this here. You use this part as resistance, and then you're going to pull back this way, for example. Now I'm using my arm here for resistance in order to do this here. And you're going to do about 50 of these actually, because that's what you're going to need. That right there is an isometric resistance here. Same with triceps here. You put this over here, and then you use your own arm in order to do isometrics, because I'm using this arm for resistance to do this here. And you got to do 50 to 100 of those. That's isometric. That's an isometric exercise. Dynamic tension, in other words. But let's see. This will do it. This is a good example. Now this here is,
Hello again. I'm Drake from the Drake Dojo. I welcome you today to learn a fitness routine that I designed to strengthen the entire core, right from the center of the bone in your spinal cord system, coming outward to the outer surfaces and layers of the muscle in your body. Please remember, the strong muscles, the little ones, are the strongest over the big ones. They hold your entire frame together.
let me see if
They
he
hold
has
all
it.
the weight. Any of these big ones tear because they're out of balance. We don't want to be motion if possible.
This guy's an idiot. Hold on. That's not an Atlas technique. I'm going to find someone with an actual Atlas technique. Well, this is somewhat it. Hold on. Let me see if this goofball can do it. Nope. Here we go.
Exercise. This is like our McFadden from 1904 that has many of the same exercises that you raise it up. So let's go ahead and let's do 6 repetitions. The last one we'll do some isometric stops. The other thing, grasp your fist. Instead of clasping your hand, grasp your fist like you're actually lifting some type of barbell or dumbbell. And we're going to bring it all the way across. We're going to start from an angle and bring it up. Okay?
If you notice, he's using this hand for a little bit of resistance for this here.
Now for our isometric stops.
Like I said, you see him pulling his hand over it there. That's an isometric exercise.
And relax completely. All right, let's do it from the other side. Now for our isometric stops. And relax completely. All right, let's do another exercise for the bicep. This time we'll do a reverse curl. And we're going to do the same cross-body movement.
You see how you're putting your hand over it there like I did there? That's dynamic tension and isometric exercises.
And relax completely. Shake it out. Let's do the other side.
Like I said, he has his left hand over the other hand to get that resistance there and get the tension in. You see, Aaron, he has literally no resistance whatsoever. He's not even stretching. I don't even know where he got those exercises from to begin with. I think it's just some shit that he just made up or something.
All right, let's look at the next exercise is one that enhances the triceps. Now this next exercise wasn't in the Charles Atlas course. This actually came from the Synchron Speed course, which was written by a guy named Frank Rudolph Young. And I don't have a rope, but you can use a rope, a belt, webbing, whatever. I just happen to have my leather belt here, and we're going to use it today. Now the key to this exercise is making sure that you tense those tricep muscles at the peak of the contraction. So let's show you how to do it.
Now that's a tricep move right there. If you notice, he's using the belt for the dynamic tension and resistance. And this is actually pretty decent there. And if you don't think this works here, folks, try it. But I always tell people after 40 or I do 40 or 50 of those if I was going to do something like that. Yeah, you're going to get a pretty decent pump. But you got to do the whole workout in its entirety, because Charlie Atlas did push-ups, sit-ups, flutter kicks, abdominal stresses, you know, and other exercises
that
also work the
gives
body.
The shoulders a good workout. Now this last enhancement technique I'm going to show you is like the old tricep push down. And I've seen it, and I've done it a lot of different ways. I've done it pushing with my fist. I've done it pushing against my hand. But we're going to make a fist, and we're going to push down like this. And for me, I'm actually able to get a stronger contraction with the triceps. So let's look and see how it's done.
But if you notice, he has that hand over the other one, and that's what gives it resistance. He has this hand under here, and that's what works out that tricep. So it's not only working this, but it also works that forearm as well.
And relax.
That's why it's very important to do this from both sides.
You hear my neighbor's dogs?
Mr. Ice Gaming, I'm only demonstrating as far as to what Aaron P. is trying to do. That's it. Who are you anyway?
Oh, well. There goes nothing. Next day, I go to this gym to jump.
Because Charles Atlas would also
But you have to remember, Charlie Atlas's isometric exercises, they somewhat work, but they're going to... It was more or less to sell books, but he also, in his books, put push-ups, sit-ups, flutter kicks, and other general exercises. You know, push-ups will build the chest muscles and the arms like no other. So if Aaron is wanting to actually do these man boob exercises, I guess he can use the dynamic tension, but the truth of the matter is he needs to get a total gym, some sort of resistance training, hit the gym, you know, Planet Fitness, $20, you know, you can't, a month, you can't go wrong with that. But this man boob stuff, it just isn't gonna work. Who is this Mr. Ice Gaming there? Let's see what we got next.
I need to get this off my chest, but I don't have to register as a sex offender and stuff. Thank God, because they found me non-guilty. And but something happened. Something happened back in 2009, and I was only 20.
You know, really, there are some things you shouldn't discuss on the internet.
And he was only like 17, you know, and it was, I don't usually share on live and stuff, but only reason I'm living here is because of that, you know, when the family that I live, the family doesn't, I need to get this off my chest, but I don't have to register as a sex offender and stuff, thank God, because they found me non-guilty. And but something happened back in 2009, and I was only 20 and he was only like 17, you know, and it was I don't usually share on live and stuff, but
still underage, but when you're 20 and 17, at the same time, I don't think really anyone's, but you know, you shouldn't be putting that type of stuff out there, you know. Leave that alone, boy. Leave that alone. Yeah. You should, I mean, if you say that you found not guilty of sex offenses, you should just leave it at that. There should not be a but after it. This is why Cuban kicked this dude off the lines. That was Cuban or McCuck there that was at Mr. Ice Gaming there. So I don't think you could actually see the guy there, Ryan. So but he was up there talking some mad-ish.
Brad just entered the chat. I wish Lou would have knocked Jay out. I should have. If he was yelling at fucking Adam, I was ready to punch him right in the fucking jaw. Brad just entered the chat. I wish.
I've been going through my old phone finding mints. You know, I still got all my phones from like 15 or 20 years ago. I just can't bring myself to really get rid of them. Plus, they got a lot of personal information on it, too, so we definitely don't want that.
Hey everyone, it's Vince. I need to apologize. I said some things about plant-based folks that were unfair. I wasn't listening, and I dismissed a lot of people who were just trying to do better. So I'm changing. From today on, I'm going... Hey everyone, it's Vince. I need to apologize. I said some things about plant-based folks that were unfair. I wasn't listening, and I dismissed a lot of people who were just trying to do better. So I'm changing. From today on, I'm going...
I'm going what? I'm going what? 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 I don't even have a beard. I don't know who this coon is, you know, but, yeah. But this AI is getting very... I think he lied about the person's age so he didn't seem like a scumbag. I would agree with you on that. Yeah, but that's just some group home talkers.
Look, when you realize how fake it all is, the football, the basketball, the Lady Gaga, the Justin Bieber, who gives you these carbon tax messages. They tell your kids they got to love Justin
I wonder how Alex Jones is going with that $1 billion that he has.
Bieber, and then Bieber says, hand in your guns, pass the Cybersecurity Act, and the police state's good, and then your children are turned into mindless vassals who now they look up to some twit instead of looking up to Thomas Jefferson or looking up to Nikola Tesla or looking up to Magellan. I mean, kids, Magellan's a lot cooler than Justin Bieber. He circumnavigated with one ship the entire planet. He was killed by wild natives before they got back to Portugal. And when they got back, there was only like 11 people alive of the 200-something crew, and the entire ship was rotting down to the waterline. That's destiny. That's will. That's striving. That's being a trailblazer, an explorer, going into space, mathematics, quantum mechanics, the secrets of the universe. It's all there.
You know, that right there is one of the best guitar licks, The Money for Nothing. I always liked the opening to that song, Money for Nothing. I always thought it was pretty cool.
Life is fiery with its beauty, its incredible detail. Tuning into it, they want to shatter your mind, talking about Justin Bieber! It's pure evil! They're taking your intellect, your soul, and giving you Michael Jordan and Bieber. Unlock your human potential! Defeat the globalists who want to shatter your mind!
How much does Alex Jones owe? Can you imagine waking up every day and owing the amount of money that he owes? I mean, he owes $1.5 billion. He has a net worth of negative $900 million. And those victims will never see one freaking penny. I didn't think anyone could get sued for $1 billion. But here we are. I mean, he made $100 million off the Sandy Hook stuff there, but supposedly. I remember when Nick Vineyard kicked the drunk Carolyn out of his special apartment. And I guarantee he's still living the same way he's living. I mean, simply put, you just can't put a... It'll eventually get thrown out there simply because it's a freedom of speech issue. Although it's one of the horrible things of it there. He shouldn't have done that to begin with, profiting off of it. I think that's where the biggest factor is.
I hear you're going to try and arrest me. Joe, you just make me feel tired all
I love this movie.
over when you talk like that.
All right, Sheriff, hold it. Now drop your gun belt.
Is this the kind of town you people want for yourselves? This kind of life you want to lead? I mean, 3 killings in one saloon alone, the sun hasn't even gone down yet. Any more of this foolishness, and I'm going to close this place up tight.
Yes, sir. I wouldn't blame you a bit, sir.
And now, Joe, the cell on the right here is yours. We don't have any bars yet.
You expect me to sit here in this lousy cell on that?
What is that red stuff all over the floor there? Oh, that's the poor fella that crossed the line earlier today.
I hear
This is a good movie, folks. I will tell you right now. Jack Elam, great sidekick, and Bruce Dean. And in case you want to know the name of this movie, it's called Support Your Local Sheriff. I'll be right back in just a minute there. Oh, boy. All right. Man, does that faceplate look pretty good. Does it not, folks? That is freaking awesome. I got a couple of more graphics that are going to be coming individually there, Quick Pump, for other shows. I got the big, beautiful AI working and everything, so, yeah. I'm not gonna be, I've never touched a rock. I mean, the stuff that I used was pure Nicaraguan cocaine, alright? That's the most I've ever done, and this was in the 90s, where you didn't have to worry about whether it was mixed with fentanyl or cornflakes or something like that. Yeah, they don't make drugs like they used to, so I definitely wouldn't use anything. I would never use, I'm going to be honest with you, I would never use drugs in this generation. Look at all the celebrities that have died from fentanyl overdoses. Literally. It's just crazy. I don't need that type of stress in my life. I'll tell you that right now. I forgot I said that, but, like I said, folks, the drugs in this generation are nuts. Everything is mixed with fentanyl. You can't get nothing pure, I would hate to sniff anything like that.
You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Come on! Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw him, you would even say it close. Come on, come on! All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, come on! Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you ride my sleigh tonight? Then all the reindeers loved him, and they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you go down in history forever. You go down in history forever. You go down in history. What?
That is gonna be
one of my favorite Christmas songs. But you know what? Christmas ain't Christmas until Hans goes off the building in Die Hard. Shame about Bruce Willis here. Oh yeah, you know, and I didn't even come up with that idea, Quick Pump. Centra AI actually did. I actually got to go up there and take care of the weekly postings. And do a monetary transfer or so forth, but yeah. Yeah, Hans has got to go off the building for me to feel like Christmas. Really. Christmas isn't Christmas without watching Die Hard. So there's 3 movies that I generally like to watch. Dolly Parton with her big old titties, Smoky Mountain Christmas. Now, I used to watch that every single year with my ex-husband. He loves Smoky Mountain Christmas. With old Big John, you know, and everything. And then, of course, you got The Christmas Story. Best ass whooping I ever seen there, you know. Ralphie, man, I'm going to tell you right now, folks. That movie, Christmas Story, when that bully was messing with Ralphie, he was saying he was going to cry. Man, he started throwing. I mean, I will tell you right now. I will say right now. And watch I get myself in trouble here. The minute I start showing that, yep. But I mean, he just starts throwing freaking elbows and stuff. Look at him. He just like, he trying to get on that mother. He's up there cursing at him and stuff and just straight up whooping him. I mean, shoot. I better turn this off before they start clicking me, which they started to. But I'm going to tell you right now, folks, that was one of the greatest beatings ever. He must have he had a 50-hit combo and then started choking the mug, you know. I mean, literally speaking there, look what he does to this kid. He just starts freaking choking. I mean, that's what you call a 50-hit combo, folks. 50 hits. I'll tell you that right now. That's a Christmas movie right there, folks. That's Christmas. At least to me it is. Heck yeah, I love watching. That's why I like watching that movie every year. You know the best part about it, and this is something one of my friends used to say. This is one thing one of the friends used to say, and I looked at him all funny. He said that the best thing about the movie is that they got the black people out of the way first. And most people think there wasn't no black people in A Christmas Story. Actually, there was. Because if you... First off, I looked at him, I'm like, you seriously telling me that shit? You lucky I've known you long enough there to where you can even... You got to know me long enough to where you can joke around like that. But yes, there is black people in that movie, A Christmas Story. Because if you... It's at the very beginning when they start showing the montages. You got a couple of black folks standing around a trash can that's on fire, singing, "Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain, that Jesus Christ be born." Let's hit it back again. I'm going to sing it again. Great one's going to sing it again with my best voice. Go, excuse me, why don't you go tell it on the mountain, over the hill and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. One more time. Why don't you go and tell it on the mountain, over the hill and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ be born. Alright. I'm not going to scare any of you people anymore. I'm done with those, with some Christmas singing. Now, if you make a donation, I will sing the song in full, but you got to make a $500 donation for me to sing that song in full. I will do that. I shall find the lyrics. I'm just mad. But let's see what else we got here. A few of his class. Well, yeah, there was. But they were standing in the background there, Quick Pump. Really, I mean, that's not really a movie about black folks. I mean, here's the thing. The movie's set in the 50s. So it was very odd to see some Negroes in the movie itself, in the classroom to begin with, Quick Pump. It didn't make any sense. I think they put the black people in there just to... I don't know why they put the black kids in the... I mean, because typically speaking, folks... In 1950, do you think some black kids would have been sitting with some white kids? Not even in New York there. It just didn't make any sense here, Quick Pump. And the truth of the matter is, black kids went to black schools, white kids went to white schools back then. Be damned if you find a Negro in there, you know. On God, too. Even up north there, Quick Pump, they had black schools and white schools. But, oh well, it was, I really forgot about those, you know. I really did. I like this guy. I can't play the music. Whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute. This guy's a homosexual. Look at his nails. Look at this. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. The guy has his nails done. Big, long women's nails. Maybe I might need to fry some rice there or so forth, you know. I don't know, folks. Should I fuck him? Does he look like someone that I should show the soul pole to? What do you think? Would I bet him? Maybe. Probably. Probably not him. Other guy, maybe. But he has women's nails. Unless that's a girl. No, that's a guy. Okay. I'll let them do it. Give him the soul pole? No, I'm not going to give him the soul pole. I'm going to give him the soul pole! Soul pole. Yeah, we're definitely going to watch Christmas Story this year. I forgot about those. I forgot what scheme I was actually doing. I can't remember that. I was, I know it was something, it was, I think it was a dare that I did with, John Bravo whenever that monkeypox was around and everyone was getting all those bruises and stuff. I decided to put on that mask there, so. No, that was a dude, raw food. That was a freaking dude. Now, I could smell balls, all right? Believe me, the great one has been around long enough to know a dude. That was, both of them are twinks. No doubt about it. But that guy, I mean, he was just, he just had that other guy, he had a handbag full of rainbows. That dude wasn't just gay. He was Liberace gay, you know. That's some straight Liberace gay stuff there, you know. I'm just keeping it real. And telling it to you like it is. Indeed. But in any event, I would like to go to that bar. Just simply because it looks like those drinks can be quite tasty there, you know.
Lenny's eating one of the biggest hamburgers I've seen in a long time.
Nate will finish that in 1 minute. You know, Nate does competitive eating. You've seen him do that, right?
Nate's supposed to come down to Vikings Monday at 1 o'clock.
Nate wears wrist wraps when he does seated calves.
I love it. There's no reason you can't get it. 1 o'clock. So I'm going to Pittsburgh Wednesday. I'm going to be at the Ravens game, and if you guys want to give me enough money, I'll run on the field. No one's going to stop me. Harrison, I challenge you to knock me like Mike Curtis did with the Colts. How about that?
That's a big ass burger.
Really? I think it's small. I'm gonna.
No, I never caught monkeypox. Like I said, I'm not. No.
Spank you with that eating challenge.
Most of that was all talk there. It's sort of like the monkeypox is sort of like. Here's the thing about monkeypox. This was all a scheme in order to sell the medication. So you had some of these Nellies up there going around. And the thing about monkeypox, it's a very rare disease. You know, very, very freaking rare. The vast majority of people who actually get monkeypox, they have no symptoms, literally. But they were just trying to sell some of that pharmaceutical stuff, medication. I think they were put together by these pharmaceutical companies to sell it. Because the truth of the matter is, you know, I mean, it was just mostly high. It's sort of like murder hornets. I mean, there were hornets that were bigger than regular hornets, but you know, the lamestream media has to give it a specific name to scare people. It's sort of like those back in the 80s and 90s. They used to do things like murder ants, and they used to say, "Watch out for sharks." They would make people afraid of regular animals here. I mean, killer woodpeckers and stuff like that. That, you know, people thought that woodpeckers are going to come down from trees and start poking out people's eyes like. That's a woody woodpecker. Anyway.
Hey, look at him. The cookie cutter.
I'm out. I gotta get up early. So.
You gotta get up early and do what?
Life.
You gotta do what? Yeah. You're gonna do life.
He's gotta watch
Master base. Wake up early, walk some boards.
Yeah, Ryan, I was thinking about that.
All right. Good seeing you, my man. It's been a while. Take care of yourself. I got work Monday.
Work where?
I work.
What do you do for work?
I distribute building material.
Jason, what happened to that girl?
I don't. This is like 21 questions.
Yes.
Hey, Brad.
When do we get out the eating challenge? Are you backing down?
No, I think I'm taking Jason tomorrow to Shula Burger.
Where's that?
There's one in Del Rey. It's like Shula.
Gonna call me? He doesn't want any parts of it.
Are you going to the one at Del Rey Marketplace?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, online.
The Steelers. They play it tomorrow. Yeah, they do play tomorrow, don't they? Yeah. Doesn't matter. I'm not cookie cutters.
I don't know.
Steeler fans are the biggest cookie cutters on earth. They're worse than the Michigan fans.
I like Steeler chicks.
Here you go, Nate. Good seeing you, bro.
Where is it? Is it downtown?
No, it's Lions.
You better call me. I'll be there if I have to crawl. I want a pie contest at work.
Let him know he's really good at that shit.
What?
He's really good at that shit. Eating challenges?
You're not going to beat me in an eating challenge. I mean, honestly, you might beat me in a lifting challenge for now because of my injuries, but you're not going to beat me in an eating challenge. Okay? And he knows that. Jay would know that. Someone going to beat him in an eating challenge? You're going to let that little punk beat you? No. Ain't going to happen. So I told him tomorrow, Shula Burger. Where is that?
Lions in Atlantic, Del Rey Marketplace. I live 3 minutes from it. I live right there.
I'll be right there. I know it's that.
You call me up. I'll go film it. I live right there.
He was
I can walk there, man.
He was backing down.
Hallucinating right now. Just bear with him. Bear with him.
I like his statement, though.
The guy in the homosexual shirt is calling everybody else out.
What makes this shirt homosexual?
You could suck some cock in that shirt.
Did you get that shirt on you?
How did you get that cock in you? That's the question.
Our guy is ignoring me.
Did your buddy call you today? I thought I had a problem. I was freaking out.
I know.
I thought it was Sunday afternoon. I passed out. Andrew dropped me off.
I told you, fucking fat.
I was trying to get home, and Christina can hear this, rushing home, and I had told Andrew, and you verify this. I was wanting to watch Mystery Hunters on BTV. I wanted to see Christina's message. I like watching it on TV.
What time does it start?
It starts at
You don't have the foot.
All right, listen to this. No, I don't. It's cookie cutter material. I don't have all the little gadgets. 10 o'clock to 11 on Mead TV. The show called Mystery Hunters. That's why I saw it last November. Fantastic.
We're gonna snort it.
Line them up. Line them up.
Yeah, we don't want to hear about Christina Broccolini anymore. Thank you.
Do that on critical camera. We'll have a fight. But remember, this fight.
I don't really care. Whatever.
So you're challenging Lenny to a fight?
Basically, yeah.
Basically.
Whatever.
100%.
Whatever rules you'd like.
100%.
You can bulk up 350 pounds under his like.
And I was being told over there you're vegan?
Yeah, I'm representing
Oh.
vegan gains here.
Wait, are you gonna fight Lenny?
Yeah.
Did you accept?
It's a
I
challenge.
said any second you
Wait,
want.
shake on it.
Shaker and a half.
You have to film the handshake.
See, a nice little wimpy shake, you kill me. But remember, there's no hatred involved.
No, it's all
motivation.
But,
I like fighting.
but you like to fight. Who did you ever fight? A lot of people. Cookie cutter, I've heard, believe me, dude, I'm twice your age, I've heard all before. Who did you fight? And when?
I've trained with a lot of people.
Who did you fight? You've trained with people, you said you fought people. Who did you fight? And when?
What define fight?
Look at Big Lenny with those meat sweats there and that giant.
Define fight. Why didn't you go to the beginning? I think you wanted a sword fight with the you know what. This is what you had in mind, Mr. Vegan.
Whatever, man. I don't talk.
Why there's no hatred involved? Here's a fight.
It's all fun. I can't wait.
It's all fun. He can't wait. Well, he must be into
I
some
never
sick
saw
stuff.
the movie Small Soldiers.
Because sometimes, as a fight, as a victor, you've heard of Winston Churchill, right? Have you heard of Winston Churchill?
Yeah.
What was he? Who was he? A porn addict.
Prime Minister of...
Who was Winston Churchill?
He was the Prime Minister of England, right? Yeah.
Correct. You didn't say that. He said the British Royal Navy was built on the lash and sodomy. Now, why do you think he said that? He was saying that the weak sailors on the ship, you know, you guys are on a ship. Guys have sexual needs. They take the wimpier ones, like you do in jail, and sodomize them for their sexual pleasure. That came from Winston Churchill.
Here you go. You want one?
You want to Google it? What is it? No thanks. I'll take a ring check.
You fucking fat pussy.
I think you better turn around.
Yeah.
Chill Patron.
He was summarizing who after the fight between the vegan and Lenny. I don't think you have a choice, man.
Well, the thing is, again, have you heard the saying, history is written by the victors? You ever heard that? Although in this country, you got the American Indians over there with a bunch of crap. History is written by the victors.
I got a good quote, right? It's by Mike Tyson. It's everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth. So that's what I heard.
That's a good quote. That's what I thought it was a quote.
So, talk's talk.
What's that?
Talk is talk. We should,
Talk, the misfits were built by talk. Whatever, back it up.
I'll drive up here one Saturday.
How's this? No liability. Anytime you want, you can sucker punch me anywhere you want. How's that?
Motivation.
Yes. How's that? No liability. You've heard that on camera.
Fair and square.
If you said there's no liability,
My friend...
if you told me that and we said, you know what? I'm gonna blast you. Not because I hate you, but because you gave me an open shot and I'm gonna follow through with it. There's no hate involved. And liability means if I kill you, there's no liability.
No liability.
I mean, that's a fine line, but it obviously has to be written. Okay?
No, we don't need to wear gear or any of that.
Gear for what?
How come Lenny's not picking on the biggest guy here? That's my only question.
I had a small vegan that challenged me, Jay. I don't pick on anybody.
Lenny just spit on me.
Well, there, I picked on you. How's that? We're going to lick it off there, Jay? No. To the camera?
Eat it. Eat it off, buddy.
I'm gonna eat it off like the way you eat your boogers. My boogers off your cock.
Shut up. I'll fuck your face till your snot bubbles are coming out and your eyes are watering down your fucking face.
Bad idea.
You fucking pig, eat your dinner and shut the fuck up.
I just like to psychologically hear the 21-year-old vegan talk to the master.
Shut up.
The psychological, actually he's a psychological major from Eastern Michigan.
It's just a classic. Fucking pig. It's like in his living room.
I'm not trying to stuff it down, my stomach's shrunken.
Yeah,
remember.
your stomach's real fucking shrunken, buddy.
I'm talking about the stomach, dummy. Mr. Postal Service. These are called skin. Underneath that is abdominals. Then you have connective tissue. The stomach is an organ that digests the food and transport the digestive material to the intestines, Mr. Postal Service communist.
Okay, Doctor. Dr. Leonard.
Yes. No, I'm smarter. Doctors are cookie cutters. I'm smarter than doctors.
Everybody's a fucking good.
People ask me, did you go to college? I say, why? I know more than all them. And that's true. I don't want to hear their liberal filth in a college. I don't need to hear that crap. Their indoctrination. I don't need to hear that.
Go over there, please. Go outside and eat that and come back in when you're done. How about that? Jesus Christ.
How about you go outside with me? And we'll come back when I'm done. It's not going to take long.
Man, I really miss the Big Lenny mints here. I really do.
Considering I've been celibate for the whole contest prep.
For what? For what reason?
I had no,
to finish fucking dead last. What's it?
Because I had no drive, Mr. Freudian slip.
You had no drive?
No feeling. None.
That's the reason?
Because the Motor City Madman asking for smokes. I think I heard him earlier say that. Don't say it, so.
I run on Captain Morgan and Newport.
That's the secret of his strength. Before you have to Christina, you have to, for my sake. All right, you filming?
I'm filming, Lenny.
All right, gentlemen. We got to address two things before we go. Cookie cutter. Everybody wants it. Todd.
Todd. If that is your real name,
AKA garlic. What do you call them? Garlic knobs. Yeah. Where are you, Todd? I don't think we want to know, Todd. So we wish you were here. I actually shouted out to you and you can see it. Todd! But after now, Todd, you're wearing a paper bag over here. All right, go to the madman.
Matt was going to be here, but he's currently meeting with Putin.
God. And there's something behind that, too. You care to explain? Todd. This is great. Todd.
Oh, boy. I think we're going to leave things like this here, folks.
What is this?
All right, folks, 12 minutes. Get your questions in. Wish to make a donation, you can. Smash the like button. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Let's see who's done texted me. I don't really have much to do this weekend except that stuff my boy in Bangladesh told me to do. But I'm going to do it for all my other websites, to be honest with you, because all of them are about the same. Oh boy. But yeah, I'm gonna stay pretty busy this weekend, or a lot of work to do. I wouldn't really call it a lot of work, just mainly approving things, to be honest with you. I mean, that's the thing about running a business. Regardless as to how bad business is, you know, the show must go on. This is quite odd. Well, I've already got everything scheduled, I guess. Yeah, it looks like I got everything scheduled. Although I don't recall when I actually did everything. I just did 2 scheduled. Hey, you people being a little quiet there. Where you at? If y'all gonna get a question from me, y'all better speak now or whoever hold your peace. Alright? Or pieces. Either way, talk! Y'all ain't gonna talk. That's cool. It's almost midnight. I'm sure all of y'all are falling asleep, getting all tired and everything. Like, I get it. I still love you. Sort of.
Back to training tomorrow. Been a rough month though.
Quick pump with the $2 donation. Sometimes it's good to take a good rest there. Allow your muscles to recharge. You know, if you're not in a position to be lifting, then, you know, it's okay to take a break. Just don't take forever off. But again, I definitely appreciate the donation there. I've never seen the movie Small Soldiers. Or at least I don't recall seeing... Yeah, I've never seen that movie. That's the one with the action figures. I may join it later on, but, you know, I got work to do. Like I said, not making much money in the business, but I still got to make sure everything's running right. That's just the nature of the beast. Oh yeah, although lately things have been kind of sucking. Vince, can you give $10 to Lord? Nice Christmas. I guess you missed the first part of the show. My Christmas money was spent on paying my stepdad's fines. So nope, no money, unfortunately. But you know that happens. What are you going to train tomorrow? Oh, you're asking quick. Well, since this is my live stream, I'll be training back tomorrow. A lot of pull-ups to do. Well, Janoy is still around. He's just not, not really doing anything. Except getting fat. That's a good thing you caught me before I was going to close it up, Ryan. I don't think you guys want to see that message. Oh, yeah, I forgot about this here. he's a little bit taller than I am. But only one of these people have alpha credentials. Total body light. Yeah, since you've not worked out in a while from what you said, then it's good to start out light. But folks, that is the end of another awesome episode of the Midnight Run. I want to thank Quick Pump for donating. I want to thank everybody for joining me. Y'all tune in tomorrow for Saturday's Soul live stream. And I'm out. And as always, peace and soul.